is ChaosMTG, and I've been gone for a couple of years. It's crazy. Basically, the explanation why I disappeared off YouTube on my Magic the Gathering channel, anyways, was I ended up moving East Coast to West Coast in Canada, about 4,700 kilometers roughly. I had to find a new job, moving that long of different distance. The town I moved to, no LGS, so it sucked. Still ended up buying a lot of product online and playing as much as I could, kitchen table Magic and just casual stuff. Traveling a couple hours here and there to go to pre-releases or whatever to the nearest one. And yeah, that was that. And then I started focusing on review channels for anime, Walking Dead games, and I was heavily streaming Hearthstone, Rocket League, Overwatch, a bunch of stuff like that. But anyways, I figured why not revive the channel ChaosMTG with Modern Masters 2017 / Modern Masters 3. All the spoilers happening right now. I have my box pre-ordered online, face to face. They're pretty sweet. So anyways, why not go over some of this sweet set? Before we do, let's talk about, a lot of people were bailing ship, like just saying this set was going to suck and devaluing it. People on eBay, apparently in the States, as a Canadian, we don't get the advantage that some of that the other people do in America or whatever else, because on eBay.com you get like Kid Icarus, I think is a big seller, and I've heard anyways, and other huge people on there, they sell their sealed product for like good prices or whatever, and whatever. Canadians, it's hard to find like cheaper sealed product on the Canadian version of eBay, and you can't buy stuff from across the border for sealed product for Magic, from what I understand. So anyways, it didn't affect us too much. Like I was seeing people saying like it was down to like 190 or 200 on eBay. People were selling it for it, and it was just tanking. Like MSRP was low on it or whatever, and people thought the value was going to suck because, you know, the last Modern Masters, even the one before that, wasn't that good. There was your Chase Mythics like Tarmogoyf and Bob / Dark Confidant. You know, Cryptic was good back then. It tanked pretty hard now because Control isn't that good anymore. But then you had things like Comet Storm and cards like that in there that really devalued the Mythic slot and felt terrible if you opened those. And the uncommon and rare slots were really bad. There wasn't a lot, like you were basically losing money opening packs, right? But anyways, Wizards woke up apparently, or somebody gave them a shot of something, because they really changed Modern Masters 3. So let me just change the view here. Alright, I think that's still working. So I'm a little bit behind on them, but I figured might as well do it even if it's late, right? So let's look at some of these big mythics that were spoiled. And today was crazy because I was like, are they going to put Tarmogoyf in there? There's a lot of value. I hope they do, because I still need a few. I have one or two of them. I still need a couple. And they did. Today he was spoiled. Tarmogoyf was in there. But anyways, he's a staple in Modern. He's in Legacy. I think he's even played in Vintage. But the most part, he's a Modern and Legacy staple for any green-black X deck, or just any deck, really. You know, like, sometimes decks, like, just put him in there to be a threat, like Rug Delver and stuff like that, or, you know, like decks that generally aren't going to run anything besides like a few pieces. Sometimes they'll jam 4 Tarmogoyfs, you know. So he's in a lot of decks. He is Modern Goyf. Liliana Veil, staple, and then again any green-black X deck. Seen playing a deck I used to play on Modern, which I loved. It was awesome. Gifts on Given. 4-color gifts. That was a sweet deck. It sees playing 8-rack, other decks too. It's the best Liliana ever printed, and people have been asking, where is it? Right? Same arts too for all these reprints except one of them that I've noticed, anyways, right off the bat. But Liliana, Tarmogoyf, we're already looking at Abzan or Jund going on here, right? Past in Flames, a good reprint for Storm. It's just a good reprint too, you know. Commander obviously would like that, and a lot of these other cards too. Commander just loves powerful cards. But Passive Flame's great. Like right there, bam, bam, bam. Awesome cards. Snapcaster Mage got bumped up from rare to mythic. I don't know how I feel about that. Obviously they have to do that sometimes, just because... okay, maybe they don't have to do that, but they do that, right? because they've done that plenty of times before, as we see. So it's an amazing card. It's a staple in any modern control deck, and sometimes just tempo decks. Like Delver sometimes will play it, but he's just an insanely good card. But he's up to Mythic now, which I already have my playset. So if I open him in the box instead of I need another Liliana, and I need some more Tarmogoyfs. So hopefully I open one of those two. Anyways, Linvala, another one. Just a great card. It's an angel, so casual play and commander will keep that price tag up, but it's also a very good card. I think Birthing Pod used to play that card, and it might even see some niche play in sideboards for Abzan Company. Great reprint there. Entreat the Angels, amazing reprint. Not so much for modern, but maybe people are going to be like, oh, there's a bunch of miracle stuff. I didn't realize that was legal, even though it is legal. There's just not a good way of deck and slash hand manipulation to make a miracle deck work. But maybe there is now, just playing a lot of scry features and stuff, you might get lucky. But it won't be as consistent as the Legacy Miracle deck with Brainstorm and cards like that. So, but it's a sweet reprint too. That and Temporal Mastery. Grizzlebrand, again, he sees more play in Legacy than in Modern. I think one of the only Tier 1 decks, even if it's even considered Tier 1, it might be 1.5 or 2, is Goryo's Vengeance, I believe. But sweet reprint. He's like $40. Yeah, he's over 100 or right around it, and she was hovering around at 110 at one point, and she might have gone down a bit. He was way up, but I think he tanked. Anyways, Bonfire the Damned, pretty sweet reprint. I'm actually kind of curious. Bonfire. Let's see if that brings it up. There it is. Bonfire the Damned. Cool. For some reason, I thought it was banned in Modern. I don't know why. But Kibler got wrecked by that card before, and he got the spoiler, so it's kind of funny. It's kind of a cool reprint. It's gonna be really good and sealed, obviously, and the card is crazy. But anyways, Craterhoof Behemoth, sweet reprint there for the Elf decks, Legacy and Modern. Actually, Modern Elves don't play that card so much, but it's a crazy powerful mythic, and it's gonna be insane in draft, sealed, whatever, if you can get around playing it. I'm just gonna skip Terminus real quick, just because I want to say my boy right here. Like I said, I used to play this card, play this deck. It was a sweet deck. Storm plays it. Some vintage decks play it. It's just a cool card. It's a very skill-heavy Magic card. Terminus, again, lots of miracle cards. Kind of interesting. I don't know if it's in there for the sealed aspect of deck construction or what. We're just gonna zoom through some of these. We'll stop at the notable ones. Extractor Demon. Blood Moon is an awesome reprint. That card was always really high. I don't know what it was sitting at for price right now, but excuse me, sorry about that. Scavenging Ooze. That's pretty cool reprint as well. It sees a fair amount of modern play in sideboard sometimes main deck in Abzan or Jund or even Abzan Company. Thragtusk is also a pretty cool reprint. There's another Storm reprint there, Pyromancer's Ascension, and we got, I can't read Korean or Japanese, whatever. Nah, it's Death Shadow. With 1 mana, 13/13. That deck is just crazy right now. Is it going to get a ban hammer eventually? A lot of people are saying yes, because it's just like taking over the meta a little bit. But there's so much stuff you can do in Modern to like play around stuff, and like it kind of surprises me, like decks that can play like Abrupt Decay and stuff like that don't have a better matchup against that and can like oppress it a bit. But I don't know, like is it Mishra's Bauble, the 0 mana artifact? Some people are saying that needs to be banned, just because that they put that in place of Gitaxian Probe, I believe. But I don't know. Anyways, cool reprint right now because that deck is seeing a ton of play. Deadeye Navigator, that card is pretty crazy in Commander right here. Ranger of Eos, another Birthing Pod staple back in the day. Just a cool reprint there. Restoration Angel, again, I'm not sure why some of these are Asian, Japanese, Korean, language on Mythic Spoiler. It's kind of interesting, but probably because it was spoiled on one of those websites. Sweet reprint though. Not a huge value card, but I wouldn't be sad to open that in a rare slot. It's an awesome card. Phantasmal Image, cool reprint again for limited aspect, and it sees Merfolk play and some other niche play, but it's just a good card. Damnation, they did it. They did it. Can you believe they actually reprinted Damnation? It might be a lie. They might be trolling us. It's not actually in there, but it might be in there. And it's a rare. They didn't bump it up to Mythic. Crazy. Goblin Guide. He got reprinted finally. He was up to $40 at one point. $40. That is nuts. Awesome reprint. I'm not sure which art I like better. I think I like the Zendikar art way better, but this is kind of cool. He's looking at a map and stuff. Anyways, Primal Command, not a huge value reprint, but it's a cool card. It's powerful, good for sealed. Commanders, green commander decks like to play at least a copy of it because it's so good, right? Seance, sucks to be that dude that bought them out. Venser Shapeshifter, awesome card. Abyssal Spectre, Vithian or Vithion Stinger. I'm not sure which way you're supposed to pronounce that, but anyways, Vital Splicer. We got all the splicers that were spoiled today. It's pretty cool. Stony Silence, awesome reprint. That card is always more than it has to be. Same with this card. It sucked. I bought it when it was maybe I bought it right before it spiked a couple years ago, but the card was like $15 or something at one point for an uncommon. New art, pretty cool art though. I think I like that better than the Conspiracy art. And they bumped up to rare, or no? I'm thinking of Inquisition, which is right next. But anyways, awesome reprint, much needed. Same with this one. I don't have a full play set. I got 2 or 3. And as that uncommon, it was rare in Conspiracy, which is stupid. I hate when they do that. But yeah, that card spiked like crazy. I can't remember what it went up to. $30, $40, $50? I don't know. It went way up anyways. I bought a couple of them for my gifts deck when it was like $5. Wish I bought way more than that when it spiked the way it did. Molten Rain, let's destroy some of that land. Might of Volcrosa, cool reprint there, much needed. Blade Splicer, sick card, good in the rare slot. Wing Splicer, Bone Splinters, some good removal for constructed, or not constructed, limited play. Magma Jet got bumped down to a common. That is pretty cool for Pauper. Take note if you like Pauper. I could do some deck techs in the future for a couple I'm playing right now. But I can see, you get Scry 2, and it's a shock with Scry 2. So Delver decks probably instantly are going to be jamming 4 of those in their deck, I would assume. Maybe some control type decks or Jeskai decks or whatever, but that is cool that they bumped it down to Pauper. I wonder if they were thinking about, they bumped it down the common for Pauper. I wonder if that was their intent. I actually don't recognize I don't know if that's new art, because I don't know what card that is. Well, tell me if I click on it. Ah, it's Harmonize. Oh, okay, it's the beautiful card Commander decks love to play. I think it's new art, though. I'm not sure. Yeah, just draw 3 for 4 for green. Awesome. Intangible Virtue, that's an awesome reprint. I love that card. I used to love playing token decks / populate decks back in the RTR days, even though they weren't like a super tier 1 deck, but the populate mechanic was pretty cool, and I heard there is a populate theme deck in limited aspect for this play, so that's kind of cool, because you get all the splicers, you got the Intangible Virtue, and Voice of Resurgence was spoiled too. I didn't see him at the top. Maybe he's just further down here. Augur of Bolus, awesome card for limited. Awesome, and I think he used to be on common too. I'm not 100% sure about that, but Mortician Beetle, Goblin Assault, cool reprint there. Flicker Wisp, oh, there's gonna be some value going on in limited games if you're drafting this set. Flicker Wisp, your Blade Splicer, or any of the splicers, anything that just has enter the battlefield trigger. Mist Raven, flicker it. Gnawing Zombie, Master Splicer, Compulsive Research, Sensor Splicer, Lingering Souls. Man, I love that card. And I think that's the original art too. It's cool they just went with original art with some of these. Momentary Blank, Path to Exile. This limited game is going to be sweet, guys. Real sweet. Olivia Volandarian. That is pretty spicy. I like that. It sees niche play in Jund, sideboard, stuff like that. Voice of Resurgence. Sorry, Dragon Maze. The only reason people had to buy your box was for this card, pretty much. Love that card. That card is awesome. He's playing Abzan Company still in some green-white-ish decks, Sphinx's Revelation. Oh man, do you remember the days? I remember the days. Domri Raid. I got a bone to pick with this card. He is good. He was awesome in Standard. I don't think he sees any play in Modern, and it sucks he's taking up a Mythic spot in there. Like, some other of these Mythics might be able to be argued the same fact, but it's Modern Masters. Don't put cards in that just aren't. Maybe we're missing something, and they think he could play in a deck. And I think he probably could. He's a 3-mana Gruul Planeswalker. He's arguably one of the best, lowest costed ones. But anyways, I got the Smart Dragon here. That's a pretty cool reprint. Cruel Ultimatum's in the set. Did not know that. That card is so sick to cast in Modern with Grixis Cruel Ultimatum. Oh, so good. Fiery Justice. Abrupt Decay got a reprint, which is kind of interesting. I bought a whole bunch of them thinking eventually that card was going to go way up, but sucks to be me. Falconwrath Aristocrat. Sweet. Zur the Enchanter. That's pretty cool. Stoic Angel. She's like no Modern play. She's on a pack. I don't understand it. Is it Charm? Vanished into memory. They were saying like all this stuff. I don't know. It's a cool card, but yeah. That's Terminate's new art, I believe. Terminate is a sick card. Best removal spell in my opinion. Better than Doomblade, right? Because it has no stipulation. Rocks, the War Monk. I don't remember actually ever playing with the card. Decent stats, but a little hard to cast maybe. Tower Goyle. So we got. I remember this card. That was sweet. Yeah, so you got all those Alara cards there. It's pretty sweet. Burning Tree Emissary, you get bumped down to common as well. Another huge bonus for Pauper decks. That is crazy. Grass Givers. Grafdigger's Cage got a reprint, and that's sweet because that card was much more than it ever had to be. It just sees play in the sideboard. So I can't remember what it was. I should have looked up a few of these prices. I haven't looked at Grafdigger's Cage in a while, but I know it was too much for what it was. Belisk Caller, tongue-tied all of his own people. That card spiked like crazy because of the Eldrazi deck and GP Vancouver apparently. So pretty cool they reprinted it. Like that thing with Walking Ballista or that red card that's in the set that deals damage to things. Nombos, right? Nombos. Got all the signets. That's kind of cool. Cavern of Souls bumped up the Mythic. Kind of sucks it got bumped up to Mythic, but that card is so good. And then they did it, people. They finally did it, but it's in Modern Masters and not Standard, which a lot of people would probably say that's a good thing. No, all the shuffling. I like fetch lanes and Standard. Sorry, I don't care. Gives me some shuffling to do, right? But I don't know. It's fun to have them Standard because it keeps the price down. Good access for everybody else if they want to play Modern and Commander. Like these cards are staples in everything and Legacy. Like, just glad these fetch lands got reprinted. And then we got the Alara Tri-lands, I believe. And then we got the Guild Gates. Mana Fixing is gonna be sick in this limited set, and that's everything pretty much in nutshell that's been spoiled so far. I don't know if I said anything about Path Exile. I was just gonna zip by, but that's a sweet reprint. That card's always like $10 for an uncommon. Always doesn't matter how many times they reprint this freaking card. But original art, love it. So that's pretty much in a nutshell almost all the spoilers. They're not done yet. I think they said Olivia was the last mythic to be revealed. I'm not sure if that's 100% true. Don't quote me 100% on it. But anyways, sweet set. I recommend if you need a lot of these cards, it's always cheaper to buy your singles. Kraken Packs is bad EV, but it's fun. It's like playing the slot machine. I'm not gonna lie that I love Kraken Packs, and I know that it's bad value, but it's just super fun to try and crack it and be like, man, I got that foil Goyf. Like I opened 3 packs of Modern Masters last time, and I got 2 mythics of them, Kiki, Jiki, and Tarmogoyf. Out of the 3 packs I got, and I think it was a foil Kiki, I believe. Maybe it wasn't, but anyways, 2 out of 3, and that was the only 3 packs I bought of that Modern Masters. I bought a fair amount of Eternal Masters and Conspiracy, but didn't buy a whole lot of the last Modern Master. But I got lucky, and you're not always going to get lucky. You could open a common store, remember that. But if you like Kraken Packs, this set looks like it's going to be hard to get burned Kraken Packs. So buy a box if you can afford it. It's expensive. If not, if you need fetch lands, if you need Tarmogoyfs, if you need Lilianas, this should put a small dent in the price for a while. Keep your eye on it. Wait for it to go down to a floor price. Buy now. So that's my advice. But Wizards done good. Finally, you can finally say they reprinted Damnation. They finally reprinted Liliana. And they finally reprinted those freaking fetch lands. So thank you for once, Wizards. Thank you for once. Anyways, that's Chaos MTG. First video in a couple years. Let me know what you thought down below. It was a little lengthy, but I had a lot of catching up to do, and I do apologize for it. Anyways, peace out.